So, today I'm going to show you my Beatles collection, and I know I don't have the best pressings, I don't have all the records, and I wish I had some of them in better quality, but back when I started really collecting records, Beatles was one of the first ones that I hunted and tried to get as much as I could. During the years, I have swapped some, I have sold some, I have not exchanged some, and as you will see now, I want to go through my entire Beatles and Beatles related catalog. There will be a lot of holes in this video, but please comment if you have some suggestions of stuff that I really should buy. But before we dig into it, cue music. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, I would be super happy. But then again, just you should subscribe if you want content regularly that I provide. So if you like my videos, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm to swung out there in the sort of the far-fetched world of internet. The first one I'm going to show you is one that I actually got from my wife as a birthday present. This is Beatles in Hamburg, and I've actually sorted this in my Beatles collection absolute first, because I guess they were in Hamburg before they recorded any records. I might be mistaken. Right off the bat here, I might be mistaken, because they did 2 tours, I think, to Hamburg. Maybe they did one after they released Please Please Me. I don't know. But not the best record, but it's a cool record to have in the sort of the Beatles collection. But now we go into the heavy hitters. This is sort of a late 70s reissue, I think, of Please Please Me. It would be awesome to have an original, but I don't. And this sounds pretty crappy, to be honest. I actually had this framed for a while before I moved to the house. But I have it on vinyl. It's a nice one to have, one that you should have. Moving on with A Hard Day's Night, which is from the same, I think that this is from the blue sort of box set that they released in late 70s, early 80s, something like that. There's a Parlophone label there. This is a Swedish press, actually. So now I get a little bit hesitant of if this was a part of that sort of box set. But yeah, either way, fantastic record. Now, I thought I had these in chronological order, but I don't think I have. So you have to excuse me. When the stereo reissues were reissued, I jumped on some of them, and I was slightly disappointed at the sound quality, as many of us are. And now the better system I get, the more I sort of put into my system, the worse these records plays. And this would be a pretty short video if I got the mono box set, but I didn't, because I'm an asshole. I'm an idiot, so I didn't get the box set. Fingers crossed that they reissue the mono box set again, because I will be first in line on that sucker. So this is Magic Mystery Tour, the 12-inch version, and this is from that stereo reissue. Sounds okay, but it's just okay. I mean, if you have a CD, I think that you are as well equipped with sort of the fidelity of this. But then again, if you have a much better record player than a CD player, then it's a no-brainer. This will sound better. So, Help. This is one of my favorite, maybe top 3 in my opinion. This is such a great Beatles record that I'm glad I had. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I think I said it anyway, I got these way back when. So these cost, I don't know, I don't think I have paid more than between 5 and 10 euro each for these records that I'm going to show you. And some of them I bought for 1 euro or 50 cents back in the day. Nowadays it would be a little bit harder to get those finds. With the Beatles, another iconic, once again this is the Swedish press. think these were in the box set, but yeah, it won't be long. Fantastic song, All My Loving. Please Mr. Postman is actually one of, I mean, it's a underrated sort of Beatles tune. Great record. And I actually managed back in the day to get original UK first mono press of this in sort of a collection that I bought. And this is way back when. So unfortunately in pretty beat up condition. But man, I have it. So when it plays, it looks like it's been dragged after a bus or something, but it plays pretty nice. I mean, those old Polyphone pressing seems like they have enormous depth in the grooves. And the same goes with, from the same girl or guy or whatever it's called. I bought that collection. I got this also, Beatles for Sale. Again, not in the best shape, but I also have the reissue, and this is actually not the Swedish. I don't think so anyway. I don't think that this is the Swedish from that set. This has to be a 70s reissue of this gatefold. Again, now they start to really flex their creative muscles, don't they, with Beatles for Sale? I mean, something is starting to boil. Yeah, next one I have, and we are at, this is a Canadian press. So this doesn't have the same track listing as the English version, but still fantastic. And I don't have an English version of this. So shame on me. Should be on the want list, but it isn't. Because I've listened to Beatles my entire life. I can't say that I'm tired of Beatles, but you know, those kind of artists that you have listened to so much that you are almost like done with them, even if they are the best ever sort of listened to. I just seen a face, top 10 Beatles songs. I think it's a brilliant song, except for the sort of the chorus, which is okay. Norwegian Wood, fantastic. You Won't See Me, Think for Yourself, and The Word, Michelle, pretty nice A-side, isn't it? It's Only Love, Girl, I'm Looking Through You, In My Life, Wait and Run for Your Life on the B-side. And this has the promise of great sound with new improved full dimensional stereo. But I actually think that this, I think it's Canadian. I think this sounds better than the sort of the Swedish box set versions. Moving on, it's gonna be a long video. Revolver. This is a Capital, so it's again a US or Canadian maybe, looks like that, and has a different lineup also, or track listing. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, which I don't think was on the English version. Wasn't that a single? Maybe mistaken. Love You Too, Here, There and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, and She Said. And then you got on the B-side Good Day Sunshine, For No One. Shit, that's a good song. I Want to Tell You, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Tomorrow Never Knows. This is on top 3. So you got, up till this, you have Revolver, and you have Help. This is actually a first press, I think it's a Swedish press, with 251,030. And it comes with the black inner sleeves and all the photos and posters and stuff like that. I got this back in the day for 50 cents. And it actually plays really good. I had the stereo reissue from, was it 2009 or 12 or something like that? Yeah, whatever. And this actually plays better and sounds much better than that one. So I actually sold that. But I did have a stereo first Swedish press of Sgt. Pepper that I sold. Yes, I'm an idiot. And because you saw them pretty often, and I got so much money for it. But because the matrix number was just spot on. But and I had this stereo, and I thought that would do, and now I regret it so much, because it would be awesome to compare it to the CD, the SACD, the reissue and the original first press. But hey, what can you do? Awesome. I mean, maybe the best Beatles song may be A Day in a Life. But I also think that Happiness is a Warm Gun from the White Album is one of the best as well. But I don't think that Sgt. Pepper is on the top 3 best Beatles albums. But this is. So this is my pick, my top 3. Abbey Road. This is the stereo reissue. I've had if not an original first early press of this, but I kept this one. I don't know. I have to update my Beatles, it seems. This is a Canadian version. No, US version. EMI. Doesn't matter. Of Let It Be. So it's a first, or early at least, press of this one. And this is the ordinary, not the naked one, which in my opinion is slightly better. But it's like comparing apples and pears, isn't it? And I also bought, when it came out, the Past Masters. And this is actually a good one. You can just put this on, play it all the way through, both sides on each disc. And I mean, this is Beatles at its best. The singles grouped together, Love Me Do, and in chronological order also, as far as I know, at least. From Me to You, Thank You Girl, She Loves You, and then on side 2 you have Long Tall Sally, and She's a Woman, Bad Boy, yes it is. On side 3 you have Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Paperback Writer, and Rain, which was pretty late, released pretty late, in the 90s maybe, or noughties, I don't know. And Get Back with Bill Preston, and Don't Let Me Down with Bill Preston, and stuff like that. So yeah, now we get into the sort of the related Beatles related records, and the only Ringo record I have, and a record that I think is fairly good actually, is this one. His first solo record, only called Ringo. It has a killer lineup, but that's just like it would be. How could you not want to play with a Beatle when he does his first solo record? You have Jim Keltner, Mark Bolan, Klaus Voormann, George Harrison, obviously, playing on this, helping his friend. Bobby Keys, Level Helm, Ricky Danko, Garth Hudson, Harry Nilsson. Shit, this is the who's who back in 1973, isn't it? And maybe the best, if it weren't for the third disc, which I think is good, but it's unnecessary in this case. I think that this is the best solo record by a solo Beatle. All Things Must Pass, unfortunately, without it's an original press, but it's not without the poster. Wish I had the poster, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? I'm glad I have this. Every record I have with this sticker comes from that sort of big collection that I bought way back. We're talking 12 years ago, maybe something like that. And I think I paid on average like 50 cents for each record. So I mean, I don't feel like I can complain. Okay, moving on. I actually have some more George Harrison. This is Concert for Bangladesh. Pretty rough condition. But this is also from that collection without the sticker. So 50 cents for this. I think so, at least. I think so. Really cheap. I bought it really cheap back in the day. And yeah, it's good. Okay, so this next one. I think that this is, in my opinion, this is an underrated Beatles solo record. Living in the Material World. Living in the Material World with George Harrison from 1970 something. First press, and also bought dirt cheap. I think that you still can find this dirt cheap. But this is definitely, in my opinion, a continuation on All Things Must Pass. I think that some of the tracks on here even beats some of the tracks on All Things Must Pass. But yeah, don't take my word for it. Check it out. And the one that everyone has, Cloud 9. Also great. And I think this time period with traveling Wilburys and them helping each other out, just magic time period. And I remember my dad bringing the first Traveling Wilburys LP home, playing that, and I thought it was the worst thing in the world, and he really liked it. And as I got older and realized who was playing on it, and also having matured a bit, listened to that kind of music, I love it. So yeah. George Harrison, Early Takes Volume 1. Bought this. I don't know if it's a soundtrack. Was it the soundtrack to the documentary? I don't know. Still waiting for Volume 2. I think we all are. This is great. And there's some outtakes, demo tracks, early tracks on here that is to die for. A demo of My Sweet Lord, which is great. What else do you have? Let It Be Me, a demo of that too, 2 minutes long. Really cool. Would like to see a volume 2 there. So, segueing into Lennon stuff. This is also one that I got really early. I think this is a US press. Fuck it. It's been years and years since I listened to this. One of the best cover artworks, isn't it? So damn good. Blue Suede Shoes, Money, This Is Miss Lizzie, Your Blues, and so forth. John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Eric Clapton, Klaus Voormann, and Alan White. And I think in Eric Clapton's autobiography he says that he learned the songs on the plane ride over to the concert or something like that. Yeah, iconic, one of the best records ever made, Plastic Ono Band. Just insanely good. Insanely good. White Label, I don't know if it's White Label otherwise. Mother, such a strong song. Working Class Hero, obviously. God. Great. Great. And as maybe you noticed there's the sticky there, so 50 cents. In great condition. Next to George Harrison, I think that I think that John Lennon is the one that I listen to the most. I've had some pressings of this. I don't know which I settled with. I think that I played some of them and just settled for the best sounding one, and it has a rip here. But this is imagined by John Lennon, also iconic, obviously. So let's see here. Here we have Sometime in New York City. It's the John and Yoko Plastic Ono Band. And then on side 2, I think you have Zappa and the Mothers. But what do I know? Yeah. John and Yoko presents Live Jam, The Mothers, Wilburys, June 71. And there's the black inner sleeve for yeah. Mind Games. This is essential. This is essential, and I've had some pressings of this. I think that this is a Russian pressing or something like that. Really weird. Sounds like shit. I really need to up my game on Mind Games, because it's one of the best ones in Lennon and the Yoko catalog. So his tribute to rock and roll, called Rock and Roll. It's a decent record. One that me and my friends listen to a bit. Bebopalula, Stand By Me, and the medley, and then you have Peggy Sue and Just Because and stuff like that on the second side. Also one that, it's been such a long time since I played this. June 52, Walls and Bridges. Has a sort of a corky cover. It's not in the best condition, but it's not a record I play that often. John Lennon Live in New York City. Also one that I kept. Okay, and the next one is Double Fantasy, which includes one of the best dedications from a father to a son in this case. Beautiful boy, darling boy. Just brings me to tears every time I hear it. It's such a fantastic one. And I actually have I guess I have to do this. I hate it. I have the bootleg of this one with the original paper sleeve. My battery is dying, so I'm just shooting these. Milk and Honey. This was released after John was shot to death. And this one is not a good record, but I kept it for the cover. This is the bloody glasses from John Lennon when he was shot. And behind is the New York skyline. This is actually a great Yoko Ono record. And I wish I had more Yoko Ono records. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 Paul McCartney records. The first one is this one. This is just McCartney. And then I have Ram. And I went to the concert with Paul McCartney and I kept a ticket in the Ram sleeve because it's my favorite. Then I have Band on the Run, which is a little bit overrated in my opinion. And McCartney 2, which is just so. But that's it. That's my Beatles collection. I hope you enjoyed it. And comment if you think I missed out on anything. So yeah, have a great day everyone. Bye.